I'm going to go through all the boring stats first, and then we're going to hop straight into a raid, and then some informative gameplay. I hope you enjoy. In the description. Starting with your abilities. At release, you will want to be running Rupture and Hide with Poisoned Weapon for early game PvE, and focus on hitting level 15 as fast as possible. Rogue is very reliant on perks and is a complete solo glass cannon. Without them, you are the worst class in the game by far. Avoid fighting when needed and make sure to use your greens as you get them. For the early game, focus on contesting areas with speed shrines to be able to possibly pick up a kill or two with a smart ambush and attack. Only do this if it's later into the map or you are just wasting your time and HP. The priority when fighting is to focus the support first, whether it be a cleric, ranger, wizard, or warlock. As soon as you hit level 5, I suggest picking up lockpick and going for chests. At level 10, pick up ambush. Your low damage needs a boost, and by now you should have a small stock of invisibility potions. I will touch on this later and how to use them to your advantage. At level 15, recycle this entire build and start from scratch. In my experience, using greens and blues at this point is the most reliable build I could find. For your perks, equip Ambush, Backstab, Stealth, and Double Jump. For your abilities, if it's still early into the playtest or early access, you want to be running still Rupture and Hide. If it's later into the test or you are going High Roller, weak point is needed for attacking fighters, clerics, and barbs if you want to be able to quickly burst and contest these targets. Your armor is completely dependent on what you have available, but here's the best stats that scale with Rogue. I'm not going to go over it, as it's extremely boring, but here's what you want to look for. Side note, what you want for your utility slots is a Ring of Courage and Ox Pendant, as your strength damage is already very low, due to the reduction. For poking, especially in dueling or places where you are forced for them to take a 1v1 because there's not enough space, recycling the weapon animation, especially on the rapier, is a very smart way to use space into your advantage. So keep that in mind. Getting the drop on a ranger, wizard, rogue, warlock, or bard is basically a free kill. Using sounds to mask your footsteps is a perfect way to do this. I prefer no boots if I don't have a full build, or the light foot boots to lower my shadow. Side note, health potions glow. Yeah, so. Sometimes, teaming up with randoms is a smart thing to do. Knowing that there's another trio is the perfect time for me to actually have this guy help me. And it actually ends up working. We take out 3 squads. It's gonna be one of these days where there's like 40 people. Hey, we can be friends if you want. Okay, well, I'm going the other way. I hope that's okay.
Wait, okay, I'm going up here too. Is this like a skip?
No.
Well, here, I'll get this aggro, open the door. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm not gonna hit you, don't, trust me, just trust me. Oh, these guys, I can follow these guys. They're getting flanked, go, go, go. Okay, I think there's one more. There's a ranger.
I think he may be gone. Wait, no, right over here.
He's right
Play. I don't have any gap close.
there. Back behind him. It's nice.
Yeah, I think you healed the mob, bro. Thankfully, I mean, sadly, since Otis died, now I can pay off my mortgage and feed my kids for the next year. For the fight that I'm about to get into, since I have a speed shrine, I'm basically unkillable, if I'm smart. So, as you're about to see, these people get steamrolled. I use my invisibility to strafe out, get ambush, and one-tap the ranger. In Dark and Darker, having boots on as a rogue is suicide. People usually hear it real quick, and you really have to mask your noise if you can. Sometimes you have to sit in stealth for up to like a year. It's fucking crazy. Here's just a shitty voiceover about learning the maps and shit. You'll just learn how to do it. Like, loot rooms aren't connected, and you just run through and grab it all. I was gonna do like the same Subway Surfers joke with like the elevator music, but I guess it just could just be like a little bit more educational instead. When fighting, using elevation combined with double jump makes you an untouchable ninja. With no boots, you can enter stealth and confuse a player with steps to take an angle, mislead, or dodge. And this is important because you need to be able to weave more hits between their swings. Being able to jump in and out of attacks is very important because you will get one shot if you don't, like 90% of the time. It's really bad. After waiting out his ability, I'm able to do more damage than if I wasted it while his ability was active. Using invisibility potions when found is very important if you are running ambush, since you can proc it multiple times in a fight. Due to your mobility, this should be used around corners in mid-fight if possible. Servers were really buggy then, and you should use this against fighters and barbarians to try and maximize your damage as much as possible. It's very important when you are getting into a fight that you don't want to have, is that you have mob aggro. When you have mob aggro, popping invisibility allows you to transfer it to a different player. So, as you'll see here, this barbarian ends up dying later, and I end up getting a free kill on the cleric because he doesn't see me when I turn, thinking that I'm gone. As you can see, the aggro transfers to the barbarian instead. Because it's not on the cleric, it's on me. So when the door was closed, boom, body block. Sucks to be you, bro, huh? Or are you not dead? On the new Ruin map, knowing how to traffic around the map is important. There's very certain places where it's very obvious where you can jump up. I don't know if this will work in the new EA because of the invisible barriers that they added. However, using it here, it was very important. From the sky! Dark and Darker is a actually very like Mordhowie type game, but also not really. The weapons in this game are very pinpoint, and it's a very small hitbox for a lot of the things. So if you know how to strafe it or jump out of it, you can sometimes get very lucky and like force them to hit you in the legs. That's why double jump is so good. You probably see it a lot throughout this video. You can really minimize the damage that you take, and on Rogue, that's very important. I didn't realize it, but me beating out that attack actually ended up killing him. You can do that too with mob aggro, but it was very unintentional. However, I'll take it because his dumbass walked in front of it. But, you know. There's a sense of shock value when playing Rogue, of like legitimately just hiding and waiting, or doing really dumb shit like this. And as you see, this cleric doesn't have a clue. And talking about those pinpoint strikes, here's an example of some perfect kiting. I mean, it's pretty good. If they were better, it would have been harder, but like, it was pretty good. Cycling your cooldowns on Rogue is very important. If you need to run to regain your Rupture, that's completely fine. Or equip more potions. There is potion stacking in this game, so if you have a gray, white, or like green potions, you can stack them all at once and get all of the effects. It's very important for Rogue, especially if they're running Rupture, like with these trios here. If they had Rupture and used it correctly, I could have died like way sooner, and there's not a lot you can do about it. So you kind of just need to get health and pray. Sitting around areas, waiting for the map to close, contesting speed shrines is all a part of the gameplay. Especially when you're like climbing walls and shit with double jump, and when you have it, just sitting in high traffic areas like this can lead to some free kills that are very easy to get. More people will expect it once more people know, but there is areas in the map that are very easy to access that seem to be designed to do so. For EA, there's probably more invisible walls, but here is an example. Of the high roller maps, you can hop on top of doorways too and really bait people when they come through, jump down and one-shot people. Doing things like that can be really smart in the middle of a fight, and you can like really juke people. I was above you. I don't know why your friend was staring above. I thought that was weird. What you guys were swinging at. I was gonna leave you alone, and then you guys just started swinging in the air. Okay, what are you gonna do though? I just wait out your cooldowns. You're panicking way too much, my friend. Well, I can't see, bro. Bro, I'm legally blind, man. Okay, no more voiceover, bull. Well, this is a voiceover, but no more script. So, playtest is supposedly going to be out today. Here's some more builds. I'm just going to flash them on screen. Too many of them to really go over. This is probably going to be the meta. Rapier, Stiletto, Castilian if you're a psychopath. So yeah, just one-shot people. That's it. Not that hard. Play the game. Anyway, like, subscribe, notifications on, please. More content in the future, obviously. Hopefully I did a good job. If I can actually get some criticism, that'd be amazing. Thank you.